Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Herald Vanity. As you can see, I am back in Star Trek Online. This is part 2, I guess, of the rewards from the current demon hunting event. I went over, the fact it's a featured event in the last video. Kind of went over all this stuff. So if you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend it, because the universal kit module in there is actually pretty decent. You get pet summons, it's automatic, and the activate ability is not too bad. It's a bit of a stealth, and then some DPS afterwards, so not too bad. In this video, though, I'm going over the Bayful Herald Vanity Space Set and the Radiant Herald Vanity Space Set. I haven't checked these out yet, so I have no clue what they look like, other than like the little picture in the news page on the website. So let's go ahead and I decided I'm going to go over to the fleet or the ship customizer for this, because it actually gives you a decent visual of the ship. So let's go over there. I'll show you what my ship looks like before I have it on there, and then what it looks like when I have them equipped. All right, so this is what my ship looks like right now. I don't have anything customized on it. It's just plain basic what it looks like, so you can get kind of an idea what it looks like now before I put stuff on it. So yeah, let's go ahead and put the first one on. All right, so this is called the Bayful Herald Vanity Set. This is shields, engines, and deflector. Not too bad. I'm not seeing a lot in the saucer, except for in certain parts here. On each ship it'll be different. So you can see, like, on the neck here, it's got stuff along the side. The nacelles have a lot. Not too bad. Get this nice purple here on the warp core here, on the warp engines. It doesn't color this part, which I'm shocked it doesn't do that. I figured it would have. You can see the deflector. It's got that purple to it, that Herald purple. So not bad. Obviously you can't see the engine and the warp streams. I'll have to go to space to show you that. I don't know if it has an actual visual like that comes out. Most deflectors have a visual that comes out, so again, I'll have to show you that in space to make sure that actually has something. Some good lighting here. So it doesn't change a lot. Maybe this might be like a little flatter color, looking, I don't know. It's not too bad. Definitely different. Let me see if it looks different with anything else. No, okay, so that's the actual coloring on it. Okay. That's the actual coloring, because if I add stuff, usually, yeah, you can't see any other visual, so it's like it's a complete skin. Sometimes some of the shields, vanity shields, don't actually cover the whole ship, so this is actually fully covered. Huh, okay. Different than I thought it would be, but still not too bad. Again, this is the Bayful Vanity set. So yeah, let's go on to the next one. All right, so this is the Radiant Vanity Shield. So everything looks the same except for the ends of the nacelle, and the deflector is a different color. It is like a light blue. I don't know what color blue you'd call that. Maybe not as intense back here, not as bright maybe. But everything else looks the same. So it's just mainly giving it this flat look, or this singular texture with some design to it, and then changing the color of the deflector and the ends of the warp nacelles. And again, it doesn't change the front of them. A lot of them will change that too. So again, like, the biggest part will be showing you what, like, hopefully, if it has a deflector visual in space. Because I don't know why it's not showing here. Normally it would. Maybe it just does in space. I don't know if it does in here. And then what the trails look like. So let me go ahead and try this on like a non-Starfleet ship. Maybe it looks different. I don't know. I'll be right back. All right, so this is the Cavort flight deck carrier that we got in the last event, and it has more you know, that purple here in different spots, but I don't know if maybe considering, because this is considered, well, those aren't really engines, so it can't really, the deflector is so small on this thing, but it does pulse. So I don't know why it's different on here. Yeah, but it still has kind of that flat gray color to it. A bit of design in there, maybe. Do I have anything else on here? Maybe if I standard it, nothing on it. Yeah, I guess it's all right. Yeah, not too bad. Let me go. Oh, that one, that deflector is bigger. See, it's not pulsing on this one. Why does that one pulse? You see that? There's just like a little bit above there, and then the deflector itself is pulsing. Maybe it's pulsing here. I just can't really tell. I don't know. I'll go back on my regular ship here, and then I'll go into space so you can see if it's got anything else to it visually. Oh, wait, I just realized that's pulsing right there, too. Okay, so why is it pulsing on here, but not on my main ship, my Starfleet ship? And why has it got a lot more purple details to it? That's weird. Huh. I guess it all depends on what ship you're putting it on. All right. Well, I'm going to be going up to space so you can actually see what it looks like in space. All right. So I'm up in space. Yeah, I'm not really seeing, I guess there's a little purple right there. I wasn't seeing it before, but that's part of the engines there. All right. I guess maybe a little bit here. So yeah, I guess it depends on what ship you have and what surfaces it has. You can kind of see that this actually does have a visual. Not very big. A lot of them are like huge usually. So it's not a bad one. It's subtle. All right, let's see what the trails look like here. So it's kind of normal trail color there. Here, let me take off that. There we go. So you can see a little bit better. I'm not really seeing any difference in the normal trail color. Well, wait, hold on. Okay, that's different. It's very subtle when you're out. It's kind of like it spurts out rather than a solid stream. Normally it'd just be like a single line. Okay. And I guess maybe this was like a little bit darker, I guess. I guess it's usually more red when it doesn't have any visuals on. So it's not too bad. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the other one on. All right, we got the radiant one on. Okay. The visual is a different color than the deflector itself. Front on, you can barely tell it's there. You can see it around the edges more. So it's not very strong. It does look like it's actually behind the deflector too. Huh. All right. Oh, that's more colored there too on this set. All right. Let's fly around a bit. We get. All right, so this looks a little different, a little bit. It looks like it's got more yellow in it for the nacelles. Again, we have that like spurting, non-solid for that. It's got a little bit more yellow in it. I think the other one is a little bit more red. This one definitely has red in it, but it's got more yellow to it. All right. Again, it's not too bad. I wish there was a little bit more visual for the rest of the ship, other than this kind of like flat, you know. I mean, it does have these design here, but it's kind of flat for the rest of it. But this is the first time they're doing a complete vanity set, not just shields or visuals from set pieces, from like actual normal set pieces. So yeah, hopefully they do more of this in the future. You know, get some better design. I mean, I don't mind this one, but it's definitely not my favorite. They need to work on the way the deflector is there, because that's behind the deflector. So and it needs to be scooched forward, maybe brightened up a little bit. Yeah. And if they're not going to allow you to, or not going to have like this, you know, this is just like a flat cover. You know, they need to get rid of this part and maybe allow you to use the ship customizer so you can put patterns on. So at the very least have that, you know, the color you want or the pattern you want on there, instead of just being this flat gray color. So yeah, it definitely could use some work. Oh, is there a little bit of like right in there too? I can't zoom in any further, but that right there's flashing blue, the same kind of blue as the rest of it. Huh. I guess under there too. And these parts, these are from one of my like the Borg whatever it's called, Borg nanite console. So that's not part of this. But yeah, overall it's not terrible, but could use some work. You know, like I said, make it so if they're just gonna make this flat gray here, maybe get rid of this part and make it so you put your own pattern on there with whatever color you want. Maybe you can get the color to match this. Yeah, not what I was expecting, but it's okay. You know, for their first full vanity set. So yeah. All right. That's probably about it. So yeah, thank you for watching. And if you like this, you know, leave a like, comment, all that good stuff down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.